Hey there, in this video we're going to take a look at how to review your facility stock sales in a really easy way. So we're going to navigate to the report screen, and then we're going to go to events and sales, and then click on the facility stock sales button to pull up this report dashboard. Now, just a refresher on facility stock, this is inventory that you sold during a stocking order, which is essentially a direct sale where you opt to keep the inventory in your system rather than deactivating it so you can track usage later. This will separate out your facility stock sales from your other sales for you in a really easy way. So the first thing I encourage you to do when you get to this screen is review your filters. So you can always change the event date, and you can see here we're looking at the events within this year. So, if I only see I have 3 events, that might be a little alarming. But you can also go over to your events page, filter for stocking orders under event type, hit apply, and you'll see here that we only have 3 that don't have an open status, meaning they've been closed, moved to the pending PO, or further status. So if we were to submit these other stocking orders that are open for billing, then our report here would increase. So we're only looking at events that have that status, but you can go through here and make any other filter changes you need. Just make sure to hit the refresh button. So anytime that the refresh button turns purple, remember that you need to apply your filters. So let's go ahead and make a change so you know what that looks like. We'll say is in the previous year instead of this year. So now you see the button's purple. I have to update the page. So doing that will apply all my filters. This is a critical step because if you export your data or you're reviewing it, for business decisions and you have unapplied filters, then the data will not be accurate to what you think you're looking at. So yeah, you can really take some time to go through this and to understand, how your facility stock sales are affecting your overall sales numbers. As you scroll down, we have sales by individual facilities broken out for you without you even needing to apply filters. You can get to some of these details. A lot of data on your commissions that have been paid on facility stock, so you can see, which distributors or reps are driving the most facility stock sales. And then also, how much of your commissions have been paid out versus how much still need to be paid. And then even further, what products are they keeping on the shelf at these hospitals? What are the products that are really driving the direct sale model for you? So probably the most useful there would be the top 10 catalog items. This will show you, which items are the top in the facility stock category. And even further down, we have an unpaid commission report here. So any of your stocking orders that have not been paid out or marked as commission paid will show up here. And then all the way at the bottom, we have just the raw data. So if you can compare this to your event screen, make sure you have the same filters applied. So I would now need to look at the previous year in order to compare these apples to apples. But you can export this as a report. So as always, when you're exporting a report out of Beacon, click on the kebab menu in the upper right corner of the table you're exporting. Do not click at the kebab menu at the top of the screen. You want the one on the table. And then if you click that, it's called Tile Actions. You can hit Download Data, select what type of file you want to download, and then make sure you apply these settings. So expand the advanced data options. You want to keep visualization options applied. That'll make sure any visualizations that might be getting exported are not distorted. And then under data values, you want it to be unformatted, no special characters or anything like that. And then make sure you're hitting all results. So the reports in the report screen do have an upper limit. If you have a ton of data, there's a chance it might not all be displayed in your browser. And that's why exporting is a good idea. But it's also why it's critical to change this to all results anytime you export a report. And then hit download and your report will be exported. So this is a really great way to just get your facility stock sales data right off the cuff without having to do much work. I really recommend, if you are using stocking orders, to come in here and check it out.